Your favorite Compas have another jam-packed episode of the Four Compas Show. In this episode, we will preview the four non-LA wildcard playoff games. Plus, we have our end of the season takeaways. And lastly, Vic, the producer, has the results of our Pick'ems contest, draft wins total, and how we predicted this NFL season going. So that will all be interesting. Gilberto, how are you doing today?
I'm doing well, but I don't need to relive all the bad predictions I had before the season. I'm ready for the postseason, not the preseason or the stuff before the season. It's post. It's looking ahead. Coaches have been fired left and right. Coordinators getting fired. People have been mutually parting ways. My ass on that mutually part, mutually. But anyways, yeah, I'm all about looking ahead because it's also the NFL playoffs preview.
No, but it's also like Black Monday doesn't even exist anymore. Like they're firing people Sunday night. Raheem Morris got fired Sunday night, I think.
Way to ruin for people.
And then today, John, I still don't think we're done. Like there might be. I'm telling you. By the way, Adam I think it was Adam that tweeted it out that 7 teams have already called John. And I'm thinking in my head, I'm like, wait, there's not 7 openings.
You know who that team is?
Buffalo.
It's Miami. I think it's Miami, but maybe Buffalo. But you're on to something. I bet you now that the Ravens fired Harbaugh, there's more pressure on McDermott to do something with the Bills because they're like, oh, they have a Super Bowl winning, Super Bowl contender on their roster, and they're making changes like that, and that guy has a Super Bowl, and we have what? Sean McDermott? Yeah. Oh man, he better win this year.
Oh yeah, JLM, thank you. Yeah, I was on with those guys. Bold Crew, love those guys. They're East Lake, some of my East Lake peeps as well. So I love those guys. Gilbert, I had said this on yesterday when you and I were on. I said if the Ravens job comes open, that's Jesse Minter's, and I even believe it more now, more than I did yesterday. I think that's going to be Jesse Minter's gig. I think. I don't see like. They're going to want somebody that's going to stay there for the next 18 years. They've only had 3 head coaches, even though they've only been a team since like 96, I think. So I think Jesse's a guy that could be there for the next 10, 15 years. I'm not going to get into, because I agree with what your takeaway is going to be. I'm not going to get into that. We'll get into that when Dan jumps on. But I totally think that Jim's going to have his pick. I think if the Buffalo Bills are eliminated this weekend, I definitely think that they're going to be like, you know what? John Harbaugh's out there. Why wouldn't we bring him in here? John can go play the Baltimore Ravens once a year and he can smack them around and kind of the way the Bills have smacked them around. But yeah, I wasn't surprised by it when I got the alert. I just was surprised by, I can't remember if it was Rossini or who it was. One of them tweeted out that it was a short meeting because it was a little I could imagine Bishotti and John kind of pumping their chests and getting all fired up and stuff. So I was just surprised that after you've won so much with John, you decided to kind of cut bait. That was a little surprising to me.
Yeah, and I think we started this conversation yesterday, and check out what we talked about on Lunes Live. We had a lot of analysis on that one too, from us being the experts. But if I mentioned if Harbaugh's out there and now Stefanski, like that's 2 top guys that people are going to be gunning for. So not like the small teams or the small market teams like the Arizona Cardinals and the Tennessee Titans, and even they're not small market, but a crappy team like the Browns. Like, yeah, let the Giants and the Falcons, go, and even the Ravens go for the big names because you get to go for like the young guys who like have a lot to prove, but they're not big names. Like, I don't know if mentors are given for Baltimore, Fernando, because they just got rid of the Harbaugh guy. Why bring people from his tree? It just wouldn't really make sense to me. But if those 2 guys are the top choices, like maybe there's a Chris Shula that falls through the cracks. Maybe there's a Clint Kubiak that falls through the cracks. So I think having 2 top guys kind of take the whole attention. It's a good opportunity for the smaller teams. And the Raiders are a good brand too, but they're not the same Raiders of old. So even a team like that, like, I like Stefanski, I like Harbaugh, but look at all the names that are available, man. There's a lot. Even the former head coaches. I forget. Yeah, I don't know about McCarthy.
Jason Garrett just he's going to interview with the
he's
Titans.
getting a chance too. I forget Vance Joseph. Yeah, he was a former head coach with the Broncos, which is weird. He's coaching with the Broncos. Vance Joseph is getting a lot of love. Brian Flores is getting a lot of love. It's actually a pretty good coaching carousel or cycle this offseason.
No, I completely agree. It's just it's going to be really weird to see what they decide to do. I'm not saying it because of you get the Harbaugh tree, the kid. I mean, the thing is that Kyle Hamilton, Jesse's going to know how to use them. Like, there's just like similarities that I feel like they could do. The only thing is, I just don't agree with choosing Lamar over John, to be completely honest. But I think that's the way they kind of went with this. But I mean, that's just my opinion when it comes to this. But all right, let us get in these guys to see what Tom, that's going to be a question that is probably going to be asked tomorrow during the presser. I'm sure somebody's going to have questions about Ben Cleveland being added by the Chargers. I wonder if they decide to surprise everybody and no Mekhi Becton or something. I don't know. You never know with these guys. But all right, let us get in the fellas and see how they are doing. I know there's one individual that you're very excited to talk to, Gilbert, because you haven't seen him in a while, and I'm sure
First time this year, apparently.
You miss him.
It's over.
All right, let us Vic, how are you doing?
You know how we were talking about WWE entrances yesterday and what would it be for some of the people who are in the comments? I was thinking, can I change mine to Chambea by Bad Bunny? Because like that would be mine if I had
That's a regular song, Vic. That's not a real like WWE
that
ring
is
song.
Well, he used it as his entrance song.
But that's a pop, like the breakout song. I don't know, Vic.
Yeah.
You're getting greedy, I feel like. But yeah.
I was just saying, if we get to choose our own, I didn't. I still like I like the Cactus Jack one. I'm just saying, like, if I had the chance to choose,
he doesn't like it. We'll revisit. I'll get him a new entrance song.
I'll have to put in my petition to Fernando.
Yeah, I'll get him a new one. It's because you know what? The thing is that Eric has the best one. Like,
oh yeah, no,
Eric's is like hands down the funniest one, and then he starts voguing, so that's pretty fun. Like, you should have seen it last week. He does it, and he starts voguing, and Dan's like, "Are you voguing?" He's like, "How do you know what voguing is, Daniel? You can't be that old." And then he just starts laughing. But all right,
if we're changing songs, and instead of the Dan getting Stone Cold, give him Val Venus or something. Hello, ladies.
Wow,
he's a sexy guy.
I mean, okay. Dan's here, and he has two different ones.
Oh, that's right. he gets
I'll give him the racist one.
Whoa.
Right,
allegedly.
I don't want to hear the whole Hulk Hogan one for a whole year.
All right. Well, let's get this individual in here. This individual is one of one. This guy brings the energy. He'll punch you in the face, but at least when he drops you, he'll pick you back up. That individual is Dan and Dave.
How are we doing? That's crazy. The fact that he would suggest Val Venus, an overweight wrestler, for myself. That is absolute
Ravishing Rick Rude would be better.
There you go. The Hulkster, baby.
For the ladies. Come on, Dan. You're out there searching. So why not? You're a playboy.
Here we go. Here we go. You know what? I've heard enough of that talk. Let's just, I get it. I'm single.
Is there a rough start to the dating year, or what? Did you go on a date recently and it's just kind of?
I'm trying to lose weight first. I got to look a little bit better. That's what I'm focused on.
What you think being thin is pretty? Well, I guess that's a compliment to me. But
no, I just don't want to be out of breath if I go walking for a few minutes. Like,
let me open that door for you.
Wow.
Let me take a smoke break.
Fat shaming. All right.
That's what he's into. He likes doing that. So it's all good.
You should join another individual that likes fat shaming and throwing.
That's why, what's funny? All the PTSD came back from those other two idiots. That's why I was like, Jesus,
cheese-eating bastard.
Yeah, scumbag.
Hey, you're making fun of yourself. I just thought I could, tag
it's all
along,
good because I can laugh. I know it's true. What am I supposed to do? Just Well, whatever. We're not going to get into that.
I say you're pretty. I say you're Val Venus, but I guess that started the whole thing about.
Dude, did you pull up a picture of Val Venus so we can see this? This is ridiculous.
What are you talking about? He has like the taco.
Dude, he had like bleached hair and he was in pajamas. The dude was like 800 pounds. What are we talking about?
What? He was like a porn star. That's the life everybody wants to live.
I don't know what type of porn you're into, dude. If that's what you're watching.
All right, let's get back on track, Fernando.
See, now he doesn't want to see the photo.
Come on. The Attitude Era was filled with characters. Stardust is another one.
Yeah, Stardust
was... he's going to go with Stardust next, Dan?
Goldust was, but at least he pulled some chick who was fire, I think, who became his wife, even though he...
You got it, Fernando?
Yeah, I'm grabbing it right now.
Oh, see? Look what you did in the comments now. Now you really started them going.
Well,
that dirty Sanchez.
This guy yesterday, man, he was trying to attack me. He's saying that I wasn't racist enough, apparently. But
yeah,
I don't know what's happening on What's Up Boats, Dan. Your crowd, man. They want your people more raunchiness.
Whoa! Take it easy.
Rated R, Superstar. That's another good song, by the way. Edge, Rated R.
Edge right here tonight.
What is Come on, this is good stuff.
Was it?
That's not Val Venus. Wait, where was Val Venus? That wasn't him.
You're thinking about Viscera.
Are we confused?
Oh, I was. Oh, shit. I was way off.
All right,
that was Val Venus?
Do you not know Val Venus?
Yeah, you were thinking of
Viscera. I was
Viscera.
way off, dude. I was way off.
What were you thinking?
He was thinking of Viscera.
Yeah.
The big black guy?
Yeah. The
hair, yeah.
Well, put his music on too while we're at it.
My God.
All right. Let us get back on track. Week 18 or this. No, you know what? This season's takeaways. Gilbert, we already started getting into it. Why don't you give us your takeaway?
Yeah, I think the Ravens will regret firing John Harbaugh. I actually want to hear Dan's thoughts on this because Harbaugh, I think, is one of the better coaches in the NFL. And it's not like the Mike Tomlin thing where that's gotten stale. Like, and I know the brothers here don't want to get Lamar Jackson, the running back, any credit here, but I thought John Harbaugh saw Lamar's skill set and said, all right, he needs to work as a passer, but he could run the damn football, and he pretty much changed the whole offensive scheme for Lamar Jackson. That's what you're supposed to do as a coach. You don't say things like it's my way or the highway. I have the standard here. I won the Super Bowl. And then he just reinvented everything. And to me, like, it shows he still has a lot to offer in the NFL, despite being 18 years in. And I know that he did that in 2018. We remember, Fernando, because that's when the Chargers went into Baltimore and beat Lamar Jackson as a rookie. But that was still Joe Flacco's team. Anyways, he's even fired like Greg Roman, brought in Todd Monken. He's still ahead of the curve, I thought. And then he's like a culture builder. He has special teams chops. Like, obviously he won a Super Bowl. So to me, I don't get it. I get that Bisciotti lost patience with, John Harbaugh because he has a good team. Derrick Henry, Kyle Hamilton, a bunch of stars on that side. But I thought he pulled the plug a year too soon. I don't know. Maybe I could be off here. I know it's similar to Buffalo, but to me, I feel like the Buffalo one seems like there's more urgency than the one in Baltimore. But it could be the same thing. It's just it's not, because John Harbaugh is a Super Bowl winning coach and has a lot more offer than Sean McDermott. So to me, it should be flipped here. I don't know. Maybe you're right, Fernando. Maybe they go for Justin Minter, because if Bisciotti really wants to win now and he thinks, okay, we want what Harbaugh built here, but we got to be a little quicker with the results here, and maybe being younger, have fresher eyes, fresher thoughts, and Minter, he could pick up what Harbaugh did and then take them to the finish line. Man, that could be a play there. Or there's somebody else that they really like over there to hire. Maybe it's Stefanski. Maybe it's a proven coach who, has a better offense, a better philosophy for Lamar Jackson. Or maybe Jackson's not even part of the picture either, Fernando. Like, they kept talking about how this guy has terrible work habits, doesn't want to practice in the morning. Like, I don't even know if it's a given that it's Jackson is going to stick around. But regardless, they're going to make a mistake here firing John Harbaugh.
Yeah, I agree. If it's my turn to jump in, I think it was ridiculous. Like, this guy literally took you to the AFC Championship, I want to say a year or two ago. And it's like, I don't understand, why he's the one who's getting shit canned. If you remember, the only reason they don't win that AFC Championship is I think Lamar had 2 picks, and they were bad picks. But other than that, you know what I mean? Like, oh, he had 3 picks. There you go. Well,
Remember the one in the end zone in triple coverage?
Yeah. But that's what I'm saying. Like, and again, it just reinforces, running back, not passer, but who knows? I mean, that's for you to decide. The MVP, I'll tell you,
was hurt, so he wasn't even able to run the ball.
And I thought he pulled out. I did not think. Well, I mean, I don't know if he was hurt or not, but I thought he pulled up a little bit. Someone else pulled up this year too. I just can't remember who it was. Where I was like, your boy Jaden Daniels, you're 2 for 2 over there with your quarterbacks. But like, you know what I mean? I just don't understand. Like, it goes back to the same thing, including with the GMs. I don't understand why teams are so quick to fire good coaches, because again, you don't know what the other side's like, dude. Look at look at Arizona since they got rid of Bruce Arians. Look at who else? Let me think of one. You can look around the league and see what's happened when they've gotten rid of some of these guys. Like, you know what I'm saying? They tank. They're in a bad cycle of coaches. Look at the Raiders. No offense. I know that's close to home, Vic. But the Raiders have gotten caught in a bad cycle of, not being able to find B guy and in a head coach. And they're in this cycle now where they're replacing people within 2 years. So it's like, how are you supposed to build sustainability? How are you supposed to build something if you're restarting after 2 years every time? So I think it's a bad move. I hope, so I think Brown said it as a joke, but I would love to have Harbaugh hire his brother as a consultant for the playoffs. I think that would be great. Maybe we'll put him on offense. I don't know, because it can't get any worse than what I'm seeing. So
line coach,
the OC, I'm sure he knows offense too.
Dan, he should have released that center before the play, so that
I know, for real. One last FU. Yeah, that would have been hilarious. But you know what I mean? Like, I just think I'm with you. I think they're gonna regret it. I mean, it's not easy to step in. It's gonna be big shoes to fill. I do agree in the sense that, maybe he should have won a little more with the talent he's had there. But I mean, again, if we're not gonna fire Mike Tomlin, I don't think he's won a playoff game in close to a decade, or it's getting up there. And it's 17. Like, this guy literally took you to the AFC Championship 2 years ago. Like, so I don't understand it either. I was surprised. Oh, when he won?
Yeah, when he won a playoff game.
Damn. Yeah. Like, I was shocked when I saw the notification hit the group chat. I was like, wow.
Dan, why don't you go next with your take?
Can I
yeah.
I'm actually on the other end of this. I don't think they're gonna regret it. I mean, things get stale. You have to move on eventually. Like, how long? He's been there 18 years, guys. Like, how much longer? And he hasn't won with Lamar Jackson. I know this is a whole Lamar. I don't understand why this is Lamar versus John Harbaugh. Like, he didn't win with John Flacco there before that. Yeah, he went in and got Todd Monken, but Zach Gore was a terrible decision. Like, and I'll get to mine later on, but like
Donald too, you can't just say he got that one wrong and he got that one right.
Right, but like, it's been 18 years. He hasn't won a Super Bowl. If it wasn't for the lights going out at the Superdome, he probably doesn't have a Super Bowl. Like,
no, they were the ones blowing out the 49ers.
They caught up.
That team was elite.
They were blowing out the 49ers, and then the 49ers came back after the lights went out, and they caught up to them.
Right, but like I said, like I just think like and like every year is a retread. We keep continuing to talk about guys like, and I'll get into Kevin Stefanski and some of the other names. Like, eventually you get stale, you know, and the thing I'm kind of surprised is that he had a good relationship with the GM there. I know that the old GM left and they got a new one there, and maybe things weren't going as well, but when you look at the talent too with the Ravens, eventually it's like you either move on or you start fresh. Like, and I'll get into why I think that, with my takeaway in terms of like starting to look for younger guys. I think maybe that's the reason why I actually like what Fernando is saying in Jesse Minter, because this league is starting to get younger with the head coaching jobs. And you either get left behind or you evolve. And we're seeing like some of the best coaches right now are under 50 years old. And so that is something to kind of keep in mind as well. Like, and yeah, I'm on the other side here. I just, sometimes it's just time to move on, guys.
I hear what you're saying, Vic, but
okay,
go ahead, Dan.
No, just real quick. I think your argument's correct in the sense of if you're talking about Mike Tomlin You know, again, he just took you to an AFC championship 2 years ago. I think last year they made it to the divisional or whatever. I think if Lamar and him are butting heads and all those, you know, again, I'm not a big time national media guy like the box above me, so he might know a few more phone numbers than I, but you know, if there's issues happening that he doesn't want to work
NFL
or
head
whatever,
coach's number in your phone.
I
Yeah.
do, but he never replies to my text, so that's not good.
How sad. Keep texting, huh?
But every Christmas, every Thanksgiving. But
year.
I think your argument's right if it was for Mike Tomlin, though, because again, what John Harbaugh does, and you've seen it in the league, like what you need is stability. What you need is the same voice, because again, you'll get into this cycle real quick. I mean, and again, it's, you know, a crapshoot to see if the next guy's good or not. But, you know, again, I keep saying again, sorry. But I just think John Harbaugh deserved another year, or at least a few more years, because he just took you to the AFC Championship. He's winning. I know I've said it like 8,000 times.
Like Jerry Jones.
Trust me, the kids already played like a bingo with all my little sayings, and that was funny. But
they're taking shots.
You know, yeah, exactly. But that's my whole thing. Your argument is correct if we were talking about Mike Tomlin, in my opinion. So,
yeah, I was going to just add to that because it's the same thing for me. Because like, look at even the Tomlin thing is like he inherited, you know, Big Ben. Like what has he really done with a quarterback to develop? John Harbaugh did it with Joe Flacco when he, for his first year, he was a rookie in 2008. He wasn't like a first round. He wasn't the first overall pick. It was like a top 10, top 12. I lost track. You had to build 20. Them up, and obviously you had to build them. Lamar Jackson was the number 32 pick in the draft. Nobody wanted his skill set. He said, "All right, that's the guy we were going to bet on. Let's move everything around." He even said, "All right, Flacco still had a couple years, and Flacco could still play today." By the way, he just said, "Okay, you know what? This Jackson kid is better." And halfway through that rookie year, he put him in there. Changed the whole scheme. Obviously, when it got stale, he got Todd Monken. And I'm with Dan. Like 2 years ago, they were right there. And that was without Derrick Henry. And then also, it's not Harbaugh or Jackson's fault that Mark Henry couldn't catch. Sorry, Mark Henry. Mark Andrews couldn't catch the freaking football against the Bills. So to me, I get that frustration is growing for Bisciotti, but that should be the way the Bills should look at this. Like what the hell has Sean McDermott done? But I know this could be different too. But Mike Vrabel, people thought he got stale in Tennessee, and they're regretting that too. To add to your point, also, Dan, like, and now he's a top candidate, or he was a top candidate, and the Patriots are loving every second of it. So we could be wrong. Maybe you're right. Maybe the next guy takes this team, gets him over the hump, and maybe it's Mentor, maybe it's somebody else. I don't know. To me, the Mentor one kind of would be head scratching because that's the Harbaugh tree. But hey, you never know. So and like I mentioned, there's a lot of good names from the best of the best in Stefanski and Harbaugh to the second chance guys who are itching for an opportunity, and then the young guys that you have to bet on and figure out. So you're right. The league is getting younger. But look at the AFC West, man. Those are still some old guys still kicking ass and winning games as compared to the NFC West.
No, and not just that, but the last few coaches that have won Super Bowls are all old. I mean, it's Andy Reid, but then it's also
outside the box hire.
Well, I guess what's the name? Sirianni you kind of have in the middle, leaning towards the younger side.
Nobody gives the guy credit. Like he's like just random guy who wants.
He's just there. It was all Howie Roseman.
They just
if he gets fired, nobody cares that he won a Super Bowl.
I know they blew the shit out of him this year in Philly, and I'm kind of like, really? Then before that, who was it? Bruce Arians. Like it's literally the old heads winning these Super Bowls. In
please, you're gonna make Eric angry. You know who was in there. His boy Shawnee. Shawnee was in there
no, and that's what I mean. Like Sean McVay, in my opinion, is kind of like and again, Dan's gonna kill me. The Shohei Ohtani, where he made it happen. He won a Super Bowl. Now everybody wants somebody like him. And now all these Japanese pitchers and players are coming over from Japan. They're getting a shit ton of money because, Ohtani did it. Maybe these guys can do it too. And that's kind of the way the style that we're seeing. But there isn't going to be another Sean McVay. There's not going to be another Ohtani. Like, Luke Cohen's really good this year, but it's Luke Cohen. No, Liam Cohen. Thank you. Yeah. It's Liam Cohen, but look over
like a country star. That sounds familiar.
Luke Combs.
Yeah.
That's right.
That's the
The
one, that's the
goat.
one that Gilbert's trying to stop you from going and seeing.
I know,
Um,
for real.
we,
Reschedule.
He stinks anyways.
that's the one.
Just
That's the
kidding.
one that. But Liam Cohen this year he looks great. Next year he could do really bad. I mean, that's the thing that we've noticed. Some of these young head coaches they do really well their first year, and then there's a fall off because you need to adjust. People get to learn your system, and they know your system. Mike McDaniel is a huge component of that. Remember his first year he beat the crap out of no his second year. But in his first year, they did really well, and I think they made the playoffs, and then they faced the Chiefs in that cold game, and then they lost. But
They beat Sean Payne, right? 70. They
yeah,
scored 70 points
yeah,
against Sean Payne.
exactly. So that's what I mean. Like, there's times where you see stuff like that, and you're like, yeah, no, that's not what is going to end up happening. So I agree with you guys. But all right, Dan, why don't you give us your takeaway?
I got you. Hold on. There we
Oh
go.
yeah. Ding ding, the witch is dead. Thank God. I can't thank God the Chiefs' time is finally gone. I'm so excited for a Chiefs-less playoffs. I cannot wait. I just hope the only thing that would make it better is a Chargers dub on Sunday. But I was so tired of the Chiefs. I was even talking to some coworkers that they can't stand Mahomes, they can't stand Kelsey. I was like, thank God. You are a wonderful person for saying that. So I'm just glad the Chiefs are done, man. And I hope they can't regroup. I hope they can't figure it out. And I hope it continues this way because, again, I still think they were very manufactured. But, again, what do I know?
Did you guys see that there's something funky going on with Kelsey's?
Oh, yes. Yes.
I'm
If
not-
we had
You
Eric,
said that
I
so
would have
quick.
brought it up.
Yeah. Huh?
Yeah. I said if we would have had a burial this week, I would have brought it up. Because,
Yeah.
What was it or what? What are you
It's
talking
his,
about?
Okay,
Okay,
foundation.
so
Allegedly,
I'll
it's
be
foundation.
quick here. It's
Allegedly.
so he's up for Man of the Year, the Walter Payton Award, right? And then they started doing a little bit of investigation into his charity, and it turns out that some of that money, about 60 or 80%, is getting pocketed instead of going to the actual
Oh.
charity. So,
Yeah.
and then now the people who are running the charity, which now he's kind of distancing himself from,
Even though it has his name.
yeah, it's looking really bad. And there's
Oh.
receipts, which is like you can't just say I didn't know anything about it. So it's really bad.
Dude, but like,
Man,
really, are
rough
we
year.
even surprised? Half of these things are just money laundering schemes. I'm willing to bet. So,
Solid riff.
All right, Vic, why don't you give us yours?
All right, let me get into it. And I've heard some like terrible head coaching takes this last couple days, and I'm just like, okay, like let's start off with Adam Schefter first. And like I understand that you have relationship with these coaches, and so he did this segment where they're safe or leaning safe or out. And like half the guys that he said were maybe safe are all got fired. Guys like Jonathan Gannon, Pete Carroll, and I'm just like, I understand where they're coming from in terms of, hey, you have a relationship, right? We don't have a relationship with the head coaches, so we're free to say whatever we want here. But you also have to, talk about it and, come out and at least be critical and about some of the decisions that are being made and why they're being fired. Like you look at Stefanski, and we talked about it yesterday in terms of, or I listened to you guys and you guys were talking about some of the places he might go. This is a guy that was an offensive coordinator, right? Like that's his job. The Browns finished last in offense the last 2 years. Like I understand that you didn't have the quarterback that you needed, but at the same time, Kevin O'Connell still had one of the worst quarterbacks out there, and he still finished in the middle of in terms of offense. You look at some of the other guys that are up for head coaching. So Jim Nagy is one of the leading candidates.
Nagy.
Titans, like. I'm sorry, but some of these names, I'm just like, what the hell are we doing?
I agree.
He worked with Andy Reid for so many years. That's why, which I hate.
I don't understand. And then you look at the Atlanta Falcons, and they hire two different firms for their head coaching and their GM. And we're just talking about grips. If you look at like the stuff coming out about those two different organizations, they look like they're just there to take the Falcons money. Also, like, do you it's not like you're out there looking for a CEO. You're looking for a head coach and a GM. You should know, who are good coaches and bad GMs out there. I don't understand why you have to go find a firm to, tell you
Hire
who
up.
you
I
need
could
to
figure
go
what
out and
that means
hire.
to them. I could give
Oh
you
well,
10
you know
good
why
GMs,
they
bro.
do that.
I could
You know-
do that. All four of us could do that. We have a great job. Let's start a firm for consulting coaches and GMs.
Hey, I told you I would be the
Rooney
Rooney
Rule.
Rule MVP. Just fly me
Yeah.
out, pay me a couple grand, I'll do it.
Yeah,
but what was
and
I
we'll get into that as we
But you
go
know
to
why
with the
they-
whole
like-
Rooney Rule, because that's also a joke. But and then I looked at like the whole thing with Pete Carroll, and people are like, "Oh my God, it sucks. Look at the Raiders; they're firing again another coach." And his biggest problem was he went and he hired his fucking sons. I'm sorry, but like that's
Yeah.
just the
Yeah.
like. How do you not? He fired everybody except for his offensive line coach, who was his son. Like, I'm sorry, like. When you make that mistake, that's on you.
Yeah.
And so you started looking also like as I'm looking at some of the candidates here, I'm just like, can we be a little bit innovative? Can we go look outside the box and stop hiring these retreads? Like, I get it. Like, I know a lot of people are gonna go with the names like, hey, let's go get Robert Saleh, let's go get all these
John
retreads,
Harbaugh.
Kevin Stefanski and John Harbaugh. Like, go hire somebody new, somebody that you haven't. Like, the Rams have this passing coordinator that I haven't been able to pronounce his name right, who is going to be a coach in the next 2 or 3 years. No one is talking about. Like, go hire the next guy, like Jesse Minter, the next innovative, like all the guys. And the last take that just drew me to, like, I'm just like, I'm done with these takes, is like, oh, if you have a genius, don't let them walk out the door. Look at all these guys like Liam Cohen and Mike McDonald and Mike McDaniel and all these guys, like, they're getting hired. And Ben Johnson, are you going to fire Dan Campbell to keep Ben Johnson? Are you going to fire, John Harbaugh to keep Mike McDonald? You're not going to do that. You need to. That's why there's not as many good coaches out there right now, because they're all getting hired away because they were innovative. They went and looked outside the box, and those guys are thriving because of it. So I'm just tired of some of these takes.
Well, the
I'm
Matt
with
Nagy thing to me is crazy. Like,
Yeah.
that's why I didn't understand why they
Oh, it
hired
worked
Josh
already.
McDaniel. That's why I didn't understand why they hired Josh McDaniel. Like, what we already saw this. Like, what more
Yeah.
do you need to see? Like, some of these guys who get second chances. Oh my goodness, this guy. Some of these guys who get second chances, you're just like, really? Of all people? I'm still waiting for Anthony Lynn to get another shot. I liked him. I thought he was on the right track. He just ran into kind of a speed bump in the Charger curse, but it is what it is.
One name that I saw on the Ringer today that honestly I'd be down for if any team wants him is Greg Olsen, the guy on the TV booth. Like, he's got coaching experience. Like, his dad was a coach. Like,
yeah, but I wouldn't take
try
him.
something new at least instead of these retreads.
They did that with Jeff Saturday, and everybody had a stroke. No, I wouldn't do that.
He's a young guy. He knows football.
That's another one. That's a stupid. Yeah, but like, there's a difference between knowing football, and I know those guys probably could command a locker room well, but like, this was my whole thing with Jeff Saturday. Like, and maybe it's because you guys know more than me. Maybe it's because those guys didn't want it, because when they're interims, their legacy gets tainted for a future head coaching job or whatever. But it's like, how are you supposed to look the other guys in the face and be like, oh yeah, you've been doing this for 40 years or whatever? Like, no, you wait your turn. Let me get a guy out of the booth to come over here. Like, and on top of that, it doesn't always mean it's going to be good just because he knows it and talks about it. I would not hand over my program to Tony Romo just because he knows football and stuff like that. So I just think that would be a bad idea. I know he coaches high school football and everything else, but like, I would not. That would be a crazy jump. And obviously the media would. Oh, here we go. Here's Gilberto's owner
with Chris and Shane. That giving them another opportunity means that the sense of urgency.
Give your boy another shot.
Shout out. Return my text, please.
Chris and Shane are both capable.
All right, thanks for revealing the name.
You're the one who said it, not me.
That's another guy. Like, I don't know. That's one more issue that I have to bring up here is like, if you should bring in the GM and the coach together and either fire them together or don't let that GM make another pick. The
Or
fact
Mike
that Chris
McDaniel.
Ballard is still there is I just don't
Oh yeah,
understand.
Ballard. I don't understand that either. But like the other thing is, you know what's the real problem? Where's Hilberto's quarterback from that draft? Where is Anthony Richardson? I have not
know.
seen that guy all season. And I asked
The
my brother
culture
randomly
curse,
when
Nobody,
Rivers
everybody's
was.
hopeless
Oh,
there.
whoa,
Even
whoa,
a guy
whoa,
like
whoa.
Daniel
Yeah.
Jones who does well breaks
I guess
through
I was
his
done
legs.
talking. I guess I was done talking. That's crazy. But you know, I asked for now when Phillip Rivers was playing. I was like, "Where's Anthony Richardson? Is he dead? Like, what happened? Where's that guy been?"
He had one of
Probably-
those bands, and then it.
Yeah,
like,
he pulled himself out also. I thought Lamar pulled himself out also at the beginning of the season.
By the way, I do agree with the whole like, why is Ballard coming back? Like, what is like? And I thought the Colts media held her feet to the fire, and they
Why
asked
is
her like,
Andrew Barry coming back? There's a lot
Yeah,
of
I couldn't
Yeah,
believe that one either.
there's a bunch
Shane
of guys that-
from the Giants. What?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, another
Like,
one. Yeah,
we all saw it on Hard Knocks when Saquon, when Saquon signed to the Eagles, and he's like, they better not do anything special. John Mara said our heads are roll. They end up winning the Super Bowl, and then nothing. They still keep
Still
him.
around.
Like, yeah. I'll just go with mine quickly. I wouldn't be surprised if we have a surprise winner of the Super
love
Bowl
that.
this year.
I'd love that.
Just because it just seems like that's the way this is opening up. Like
Broncos?
anybody can beat anybody.
No, I would not love that.
Broncos?
I would not love that.
Anybody can beat anybody. No, the Broncos are a favorite, especially with the media.
Two
so-
wild cards
Going
making it
to
to the Super Bowl.
yeah,
would be
like something
crazy.
like that. But yeah, that's all I'm gonna say with that. But all right, mine was boring compared to all your guys's. All right, let's go with the wild card round preview of the other wild card games, and then we'll make our picks for the wild card game, and then we'll get into some other stuff. Gilbert, the Bears, Dan's Bears are going up against the Chicago Bears. Or
This
my
is
bad,
like the
Dan's
dumpster bowl.
Packers are going up against the Chicago Bears.
They failed me.
What are the numbers saying about this game, Gilbert?
Yeah, just a quick tip. And I'm not saying that you're gonna make money off of my advice here, or maybe I am, but this is a time of year where people are so caught up on what they saw in the regular season, and like they just think, okay, the Bears are completely frauds. I believe they're frauds to the end, and then ignore that the Packers have been crappy for a month. They had Clayton Tune play quarterback. They've had Malik Willis. Jordan Love can't stay healthy, and when he does play, he's very erratic. They don't have a legit wide receiver. Matt LaFleur keeps crumbling in big moments. So, and they don't have Micah Parsons. But for whatever reason, the Bears are the dogs here. I don't get it. They're freaking at home. They've already beaten this team. Caleb Williams had his best game ever. Then just see that touchdown pass in overtime. I just don't get how the Packers are getting the favorite treatment here. I get the Bears have a lot to prove. Caleb Williams does too as well.
You're a big Caleb guy, huh?
But for this game, I am. So I think there's some money to be made on the home team here.
Next year, I'm really going to get a whiteboard. I'm going to do it. I forgot this year. Next year, I'm going to get a whiteboard. Hilberto's quarterbers, Hilberto's teams. That's what we're going to do. Exactly.
But, hey, my Panthers made the playoffs, so I am right a couple times. But,
Dude, I told Fernando, I was like, dude, he's going to be so excited. He's going to, well, I can't. That's
hey, three of my
vulgar
teams
saying,
that I
but-
predicted that didn't make it last year to make it this year made it. Okay, those crappy Panthers.
But he
and the
didn't want to
Shout
talk
out.
about the post. He wants not the past, just the
Yeah,
post.
well,
Yeah.
get my friends there.
Hey, did you
Anyways,
did you
go
send
ahead.
out did you send out your text in the group chat like your girl Mina Kime saying go out and defend me and praise me or no?
Well, would you guys do that? You go praise me, please. For
Well,
my-
I always-
he did.
I always do.
What's
I
his,
always
what's
do.
his name did?
I did
Connor,
not do
yeah.
that.
Yeah,
But
Connor
you
did.
should have done that, Dan. The second that the Panthers won the division after another team helped them make the division.
I was
Tower.
waiting
They
for
lost
that.
the
I
game,
was
the
waiting
win,
for
you're
that.
in, and then yeah.
That's the
Anyways.
dumbest thing I've ever seen, by the way.
And I
that
you
makes
know what's
no
better?
sense.
I had the Panthers making it at 9-8. They won an 8-9. Like it's just so awful. What a dog shit team. Anyways, yeah, I get that people still have a lot of doubt in the Bears, but to me, I will take the point here and take a dog here. I think the Packers are limping into the playoffs, but hey, what the hell do I know?
Pedro, how are you doing? As of right now, nobody's requested an interview with Jesse Minter.
We're busy. We're in the playoffs.
What do you think is the narrative coming? Oh well, you kind of said what the narrative
Yeah.
is coming into
Sorry,
the game.
jumped ahead.
No, you're good. Who you got in this game?
I will go with the Bears. I still have a lot of doubt, like I mentioned, but I just don't like what I saw from Jordan Love. When they lost Tucker Kraft, who's going to be their wide receiver, which can't turn, or their top playmaker, which was Christian Watson for a bit, but he kind of fell off. He got hurt too. Jaden Reed hasn't done much and he came back. Josh Jacobs, I do like. Their O-line is a little suspect, but their defense, man, they're not the same without Michael Parsons, which is, I was checking in on their numbers for Jeff Hafley's defense, and a lot of the guys who were pretty much borderline bust, like a Quay Walker, the Devontae Wyatt, they all have better years this year. I wonder why, because Michael Parsons was in there doing the whole work, and now that he's hurt, they're gonna be scrubs again. So to me, I don't like this team. And then for LaFleur, if he's one and done after going 3 years in a row with the number 7 seed, the year that they gave up 2 first-round picks with Michael Parsons, and you go one and done as a number 7 seed. Where the Bears were the better team and the Bears won the freaking division, I think there's a chance he gets fired. But to me, a lot of bad vibes there. Sorry, what was that?
I said I think so too. Like, talk about someone who's getting stale over there.
Yeah, so from there, go ahead and take it away, Dan. But to me, I don't like Green Bay right now. Sorry, cheesy and bastard.
It depends, because I mean, has he had enough lineups during the week to make sure his hair looks good for the game, or is he gonna have to wear a beanie? That's the real question.
From Notre Dame, like, geez, have you seen his lineup? I thought he had a
whoa. His barber's my guy, so yeah.
You better not talk about.
He lost hair since you left, Fernando, because he has a freaking.
We don't talk about that either. Okay, you better relax.
Carlos Boozer going on.
We need to.
I don't know
what's this guy's deal today. He attacked me for being single, overweight, and now he's attacking Marcus Freeman, touchdown Jesus's coach. What are you doing?
Hey, people were giving the guy love when in his prime, but two years later, he's losing his hair. Come on.
Who? Marcus Freeman?
Yeah. Have you seen the pictures lately?
No, I haven't. Send it. No.
It's going back already.
I like him. I like him.
He's putting the paints on it.
I like Marcus Freeman.
Yeah, he's doing the LeBron thing.
Yeah.
Oh, they're putting the hair back in there?
Yes, that's what you were saying.
Now he needs NFL money to be head coach to get the John Cena treatment.
He's gonna wear his tight, what's it called? Long sleeve shirts to look good on the sideline.
Doesn't he have I heard he has 10 kids, right?
Yeah, he does. Good Catholic.
Yeah, he has 10 kids.
Good Catholic. He converted.
Wow.
Good.
Yeah, he converted to Catholicism when
good.
He was there.
So he can coach the Notre Dame team.
When he got hired at Notre Dame, really?
Yeah, he did. Yeah.
By the way, I do have
realized
video.
the error of his way. And he came home.
I do have video of Gilbert.
Whoa!
If Gilbert and Gilberto started a tag team, here they'd be.
Oh yeah.
Which one am I?
Which one am I?
You're an idiot.
Oh, because he's darker? Oh, okay. All right.
You're an idiot.
All right. Now we're doing skin color jokes here. Okay.
You're an idiot. You're an idiot. By the way, so I don't think you see, again, I'm rising above it. I don't even see his comment. I'm not even paying attention. I'm not even reading it. But I just think both of these teams are ass. Can we just move on to the next round? Oh yeah, exactly. Shout out to Gilberto. He saved.
Oh, I ditched that.
So you have the Packers.
Whoa!
I grew up with that.
Take it easy.
And then when I was old enough and smart enough, I said, I'm out.
Wow, that's crazy. I'm not going to deal with.
Don't let that happen to your godson, Dan.
My godson's going to be baptized.
He's not going to suffer in these dumb classes, every Sunday.
Whoa!
He could be learning about sleep and the real
stuff.
stuff.
You mention some old vet or someone to put up his sleep? Wow.
Yeah. Wow. Unfortunately, I grew up in this thing you called Catholic school.
Dan.
Well, I love it.
Dan, who do you have in this game, or do you not care?
I don't care. I mean, part of me, by the way, does anyone know if there's beef between Ben Johnson and Dan Campbell? I saw that over the weekend. Does anyone know that or no?
Yeah. Apparently.
There's beef?
Yeah.
There's beef?
Yeah.
What beef? Do you know?
Are you messing with me here? Is that sarcasm?
No, I'm genuinely asking.
Wait, really? Are you saying you're tired of hearing about the beef between Ben Johnson and Matt LaFleur?
No, I didn't know. I didn't know there was
he said Dan Campbell. That's why I was thrown off.
Oh, they said LaFleur and Ben Johnson. But who is it now? Dan Campbell and Ben Johnson?
Yeah, they have beef.
I don't think so. Like they worked together for years. I
Yeah, that's
even
what I
saw
thought.
them-
But maybe it was that stupid Dolph Kloman or whoever. He put something stupid after the
don't-
Ravens lost.
Don't
they were
believe
like-
that, dude.
No, I know. But either way,
Every time
but,
this guy tweets, it's like a reaction. Like it's like, what did he do?
It's
Like,
stupid.
Well, Dan was
Yeah.
asking because they were really short with each other when they walked up to each other after the game.
yeah.
what's
I
the
was like,
game?
okay.
Like, somebody had to lose. People are competitive and pissed off, but
Oh, I
at least
guess.
Yeah.
But
they kind of
You
had
know,
like a little
is there-
hug, you know.
is there beef between LaFleur and Johnson?
Oh, yeah.
Now,
Oh,
are you
really?
messing
Yeah,
with
it's
me?
like WWE beef.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know
Yeah.
that. What's it about?
You remember the press conference where he's like, "I really love beating Matt LaFleur when I was in Detroit," and LaFleur got pissed off about it.
Okay, let's go Ben Johnson. Let's go Bears. I'm not
There
even
you go,
listening.
he made a pick.
Not even.
Did you see this,
listening.
Dan?
Huh?
He said
What?
Danny is a homer, so he never knows what's going on in the rest of the league.
Yeah, it's called I have a full-time job and I don't box score like you fucking moron. To not use a different word. Get out of here.
All right, Vic,
I
who
get
you got in the
cuss.
game?
I don't cuss on this show.
I'm gonna go the other way here. I'm gonna take the Packers, and the only reason I'm doing it here and I'm taking the points too is because they were up on both of the matchups. One of them. There you go.
Are you kidding me? That's what I had to listen to all weekend from this moron. He kept doing the stupid chant like no one cares. Do you know what Wisconsin is known for? Spoiled milk and serial killers. No thanks. No thanks.
I was gonna say
Dean,
beer, but I guess that's probably third.
Ed Gein,
And
Dahmer,
can I take a picture of you?
John Wayne Gacy was there for a
You
little
think the
bit.
cheesy bastard knew Dahmer?
Yeah, he was by his grandma's house, so maybe they were buddies. Maybe they frequented the same bars. I don't know.
Can I take a picture?
Can I take a picture?
Hi, mom.
Oh, would you like to talk to mother?
We're gonna kill Fernando here.
Go ahead, Vic.
I'm gonna go with the Packers here.
Wow, I like that. You know what?
Go
I'm going to go
Vic,
with
bro.
Vic. I will say the Packers win the game as well. I don't.
Titletown.
He doesn't care that you mentioned anything else. He cares that you attacked this
Dude.
thing.
Dude, they've won what? They've won 3 Super Bowls. New England has won 6 Super Bowls.
They won one with Favre,
Like-
they won one with Bart
Yeah.
Starr, and they won one
Yeah.
with Aaron
No, I
Rodgers.
think they won 2 with Bart Starr.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
really?
know,
They
but I
have
meant
4?
like
Oh yeah, my bad, yeah. And then
Yeah.
one with Rodgers, so they won
Their
4.
NFL titles before the Super Bowl, which I think is dumb, but they count those two. That's why they're
Oh,
tied.
yeah.
But yeah,
I
I'm
saw.
gonna go with Vic. I'm gonna go Packers. I think I'm not buying the Bears. That dude misses a lot of throws.
that
so.
defense is terrible, man.
Yeah,
Like
their defense is really bad. I agree. All right, let's go next to the Buffalo Bills against the Jaguars. Gilbert, what are the numbers saying about this game?
Yeah, this one again, another home team being a dog, which is not surprising because we all mentioned the Walk 4. Okay, is it 4? Yeah, right.
Yeah,
yeah,
next-
with
2
Bart
Bart
Starr
Starr,
and
1
one.
Brett
Oh,
Favre, 1
yeah,
Aaron
yeah.
Rodgers.
Wow.
You
So they
First two,
they
right?
probably. So Kennedy was still alive when they won most of those Super Bowls. That's
Yeah,
crazy.
they won the first two, no? In the Super Bowls.
Yeah.
Man, we're
They were-
terrible.
yeah,
at
they were
memory
the
here.
first two.
1 and 2.
way to live in the past there.
Yeah, I like the.
You had a Lombardi on your team, Dan.
Don't get me started. That was probably the bastard child from somewhere else, dude. That guy sucked.
All right.
It was probably the mistress of the grandpa.
Okay, all right. Yeah, the Jaguars here are dogs, but I kind of like them here. I don't know if I could pick them, but I see some kind of value here. Here's another one because you're gonna ask me about narratives, Fernando. The Bills are always gonna be like they're gonna be loved because of Josh Allen, and they've been in the playoffs before. The Jaguars are like that's the thing. All these new teams in the playoffs facing the familiar teams like especially the Bills and Jaguars, they're all going to be betting the other way here. So this honestly would be a game I wouldn't bet on because I think the Bills could beat the Jaguars, but I also really liked what I saw from Trevor Lawrence and the Jaguars. So I would say stay away if you're betting this game. But I would not be mad if you take the point in the home team here. So, yeah, I'll make my pick here before you guys go and make the rounds here. But I am going to give Josh Allen the benefit of the doubt. It's wide open for him this year. I think he's a better quarterback than Trevor Lawrence. I think Lawrence is, he got better, but it's also his first postseason with Liam Cohen. Cohen is an inexperienced head coach as well. I think the Bills are good enough to at least get out of the first round, but it could be a very high scoring game. What's the over or total to 51? I'll go over. There's gonna be a lot of points in this game. I'm actually very excited for this game. Give me Buffalo here.
And it's a 10 a.m. game. That's gonna be crazy. So with your waffles or your menudo, and do you like menudo?
Actually, I don't really care for it. I'm more pozole.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not into it either. It smells weird. I was going to tell you though, the real question is though, if they're one and done, does McDermott get fired?
He better be.
Yeah. I would rather take John at that point.
I'll tell you one thing. I will give Buffalo credit. Their secondary has been a lot better in the last few weeks. And I think their defense as a whole is like Tyler Dragon was criticizing me because I was like, their defense has stepped up. What do you mean their defense? I'm like, everybody was excited about Joe Burrow, and they took Joe Burrow apart, and they were able to pick six him, and they were able to do really good things against him. I'm like, I think Buffalo's defense will step up. I think they know what's at stake. I'm just wondering what
That's another thing, man.
Yes, I will. Kiss my ass.
I just really think I just really think that that they're gonna go in there, and they're gonna go in there with a sense of purpose. And like you said, but it's funny, the narrative, speaking of narratives, well, there's no Lamar Jackson, and there's no
I hate that one too.
Why is
and there's no Patrick Mahomes.
Why is Lamar even a factor?
There's no Joe Burrow. Burrow hasn't been in the playoffs in 5 years.
I know. So I'm like, all right, get out of here with all that narrative. But yeah, no, I completely agree. Man, I was on a radio show today, and they asked me, would you be surprised if the AFC Championship is in Buffalo and it's Buffalo Chargers? I'm like, to be honest, I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, they could definitely do something like that. The only thing is they'd have to go to Houston, the Bills, and they'd have to beat Houston there. And we all know what happened last time they played each other. But
what is the seed for those two teams, Fernando?
6 and 7.
6-7. There you go.
Get him off the fucking show. Get him off.
Come on.
Mute his mic.
He's the one that fired up yesterday. I had to set him up.
Get him out of here. You are a scumbag.
Oh my God.
You know what's the worst part? Your child will see this one day. That's worse than being an OnlyFans.
He's gonna have no clue what that is, okay?
He's gonna say, "Why was my dad acting like a dipshit?" And I say, "Come here, godson. After mass, I'll tell you. After mass, I'll tell you when we go to breakfast."
People like that. Come on.
I will go with the Buffalo Bills as well, Gilbert. I really think that, I don't know if they can make it all the way, but I feel like they're gonna at least pull off an upset or two, and I'm gonna go with them. So yeah, I'll go Buffalo. Dan.
Honestly, this is designed for Buffalo basically at this point. I still don't I'm not a big fan of Trevor Lawrence. I think he's erratic. But I mean, no, erratic.
Oh, sorry.
Erratic. Erratic. Take it easy.
No, what were you saying? He was erratic.
You're trying to set me up to make fun of his facial features? Is that
no.
Okay.
No.
Anyway, I think he just doesn't play consistent enough. So I think if the Bills really don't do this, I think it is time to get rid of the Al Qaeda enthusiast over there. So,
Vic, who you got?
I'm gonna go with the Jacksonville Jaguars. I don't know. One of the things that has been kind of weird to see with this team is the fact that they lost. What's his name? Hunter.
What's his name? The guy from Colorado.
Yeah, they lost Travis Hunter, and this team kind of took off after that. They traded for Jacoby Myers, and it seemed to kind of settle down this offense, and they've just been on a roll offensively, running the ball. Like they have the two-headed monster there with the two running backs there, and their tight end came back after being on IR, and I just feel like this is their time. Liam Cohen is been so underrated this year in terms of what he's been able to scheme up. You look at the numbers where Trevor Lawrence was last year to this year, especially once he got Jacoby Myers. He's been a different quarterback. And then defensively, like, they're not great. Like, yeah, they have the 2 pass rushers, right? Like the other Josh Allen and the what's his name, Trayvon Walker, and but they have dudes. They just go and get the ball, and so I feel like if the Jaguars, are gonna make a run here, and it's like I said, it's been a weird year where the AFC South has turned into the NFC North this year. I just feel like this is going to be the start of something good for them. It's going to start here by beating the Josh Allen and the Bills.
By the way, the narrative now is all of a sudden that Josh Allen has a terrible offensive line. I'm like, where did that narrative come from? Yeah, I'm like, they actually have a pretty good, like, I saw, I think NFL Network, somebody said, oh, their offensive line's not very good. I'm like,
it's a good running game.
I know. That's where I think they're going to lean on this.
They haven't this year. I think that's been the biggest issue for them, too. Like,
what?
offensively.
You said what?
Healthy.
They haven't been healthy. Like, over the last 2 years, they were the healthiest offensive line the past 2 years. This year, they've lost, I think his name is something Brown, the number 74, I think.
That guy always hurt down.
Yeah.
Your O-line can't be that bad when you have the rushing title guy on your backfield.
You're right.
Yeah. No, I completely agree.
But I also was surprised that James Cook won the rushing title. I had to look it up the other day.
I was telling Dan, I think a lot of people forgot about this this rivalry. A couple of years ago, this was an intense rivalry. Both of these teams were going to, not these two, my bad. These other two teams, they were in it. Joey Bosa was seen yapping at Eagles fans, saying he had more money than all them. Like, there was a bunch of stuff that obviously we've seen between the 49ers and the Eagles where they straight up hated each other. And there was a huge rivalry, but now obviously it's kind of died down a little bit. We'll see if it gets jump started. Doesn't look like it has, but the San Francisco 49ers at the Philadelphia Eagles. Gilbert, I know the narrative is, will Trent Williams and Ricky Pearsall play? Yeah. If not, they look pedestrian, but what are the numbers saying as well?
Yeah, I think all the money is on the Eagles right now, because earlier when Victor had it on the rundown, it was -3.5 Eagles. Now it's -4.5. It went up. This line is way too big for me. I wouldn't touch this game here, but I'm also not going to bet on the 49ers. Like what you just mentioned, like you got to have Trent Williams out there. I don't care about Ricky Pearsall. They've been winning games without him. But you got to have Trent Williams out there. Like Trent Williams makes everybody better. Christian McCaffrey, George Kittle, Brock Purdy. And they're going to face a very good front. Like, I know the Eagles don't get enough credit for the defense, but they got freaking a bunch of pass rushers. They don't have like a Michael Parsons on there, but Jalen Phillips has been doing great. They do have a Jalen Carter in the middle. So they got like 3 good linebackers.
Has turned the clock, man. Like he's been great.
Like there's been a lot of good. Even Jordan Davis started to develop too. Like they have a good front here. Kobe Dean's gonna be a high sought after free agent. You got freaking a shutdown corner. Like you need to have your best whole line here. So I get it. I don't blame the public for going all in on the Eagles here. I don't think the Sharps will touch the 49ers because they look pretty average against the Seahawks there, and that was an offense that was rolling and they shut them down. So I know the Eagles defense is not as good as Seattle. They're up there though, so they could definitely shut down this. That's all they have. Like the 49ers, they have to score a lot of points, and they can't do that. They're not gonna hold up here. That's why a lot of people didn't believe in them. I just don't like the matchup. I know the Bears are also a little bit pedestrian or fraudulent, but I like their matchup better. The Eagles, man, I know the Eagles are getting a lot of crap this whole season for being inconsistent offensively, but they have the most complete team in the NFC, I believe, more than the Rams, because they don't have a weakness there. So they could turn it on very quick. Yeah. Dan's quarterback, Jalen Hurts, is a clutch quarterback at this time of the year. But I'm taking the Eagles with that said.
By the way, Saini, no, I'm talking about Joey Bosa. Joey Bosa was there as a fan supporting Nick Bosa, and that's when fans started jawing at him.
Was that their playoff game a couple years ago?
Yeah. That was the game that if the 49ers would have won, Phillip Rivers would have been their starting quarterback for the Super Bowl.
Yeah, because remember, and I was going to bring it up.
Brock Purdy
got hurt.
Throw. Yeah. And then he couldn't throw, so all they were having to do was hand it off.
And it happened in the first series.
Yeah.
I thought it was hilarious.
Dan, who you got?
Yeah, I think I agree with Alberto. I think they're the most complete team. I know they were kind of playing like garbage towards the end, but I mean, I'm still going to take the Eagles. Like, I think the recipe for the Eagles really, just because of how they played offensively, if they can score 20 points, I think they'll win playoff games. So, because that defense is still so ferocious and everything else, they have so much depth. So, I'll for sure take the Eagles again. I'm going to ride it.
And then TMZ just reported today, Nikki Bella is casually dating Cooper.
That's legit.
That's what TMZ said today.
Eugene, shout
That's
out.
crazy.
We'll find out in a couple of weeks, right, Dan?
Bagged a cougar. Yeah, probably.
Oh, okay. Hopefully.
She was really
very nice to me.
Yeah.
Vic,
Vic,
you gotta ask her the questions now.
I got my source.
She gave us good stuff last year.
Oh, yeah.
We were surprised at some of the stuff.
Who's better, John Cena or Cooper DeJean as an athlete?
You're an idiot.
Wow. I
You're
thought
an
you were going
idiot.
a different route.
No, that's
Oh,
why he
what do you
set it
think?
up like that.
Yeah,
That's why he
yeah,
set it
yeah,
up
yeah.
like that.
Who's the
should
better
set up the same
white?
way when we talk
Stick,
this.
stick to 6'7". All right.
All right, I was
Vic, who you
up
got?
here and then I got lower. Okay, sorry.
Give me the 49ers here to cover, and I like the Eagles, but I'll say this in terms of what we might get here in this game. I know a lot of people, one of the things that we usually do is we look at what happened the last time we saw these teams, right? Where the 49ers got shut down against a divisional opponent in the Seattle Seahawks. The Seahawks, for Mike McDonald, that was a huge game because his record hadn't been good against Kyle Shanahan and McVay. I'm interested to see what Kyle Shanahan puts out there in this game against the Eagles. Because last time, as we just mentioned, Brock Purdy was out after the first series against this team. And so I don't think it's going to be as cold as it was in that championship game. And so, and Gilbert did a good job of bringing up the Eagles defense. The Eagles defense is really good. And so I wonder if you can use some of those crossers. McCaffrey's going to be huge in this game for the 49ers. Whether or not Trent Williams plays or not, McCaffrey needs to have a big game if the 49ers are going to win this game. But I give the 49ers a shot here to win it at the end, but I just think the Eagles just have too much talent to get over the hump there. But Kyle Shanahan, man, he might outcoach Sirianni in this matchup, and that'll give them a chance here to at least keep it close and win by a field goal.
I like what you're saying, Vic. I think maybe taking the points is actually not a bad play there. And real quick, Fernando, what does casually dating mean to you?
Friends with benefits. What else?
Exactly.
What do you think it means? They just
Like
say
they go out, they hang out, and they hang out late into the night.
then they play naked Twister.
What was it? Do they stay? Does mommy and her new boyfriend, do they stay up? Like, do they watch Jay Leno and then he's still there to watch Good Morning America? Or
eating the fruit snacks? Okay.
Yeah, exactly. I will go with the Eagles, and I will use the BO. I will use the BO word, blowout.
Oh.
I think blowout. I predicted a blowout last year in the NFC Championship.
Someone laughed at you, I think.
I was ridiculed, and I said, no, but in all seriousness, I just don't see them being able to. The 49ers defense is really bad, and I really think that the Eagles are just going to be like, he's going to be able to sit in the pocket, make his throws, and then they're going to be able. I don't know about running the football. They have not been very good at running the football. The only game
if they had a better offensive coordinator, I'd be with you, Fernando.
Yeah, well, I mean, I just think that by pure talent, they're gonna be able to beat them.
With
so
Barkley on that team.
Yeah. So I think the Eagles are gonna look at that Seahawks tape and they're gonna look at that and be like, oh, we just need to do it basically exactly what the Seahawks did. And I think they're gonna thump Brock Purdy. I think if there's no Trent Williams, they're gonna go after it. They're really gonna bring the house on him. All right, last of the other wild card games, the Texans at the Pittsburgh Steelers. Gilbert, I've been seeing a lot of people starting. Some people are leaning towards the Pittsburgh Steelers. What are the numbers saying, and what is the narrative that you're paying attention to the most?
Yeah, I think this is a game where people are looking to take a point. Like a lot of times what bettors do is like, man, I got a lot of favorites here. I got a lot of minuses, and it's like I got to get one dog here. And this feels like people are going with the Steelers just because, again, which is a mistake. you go off of what you saw recently, and the Steelers beat the Ravens. People are like, "Oh crap, did we miss something here?" Aaron Rodgers is playing well, and he had a good game. He's still very slow, but he's operating at a good level here. So, but when you're looking for points like that in a potential blowout, like I like what Victor went when he went with the opposite about what he saw recently, and he took the points with the 49ers. But I think that's the thing here with the Steelers. That's why they're +3. Honestly, it should be higher because I think that Houston defense is going to beat up on old man Rodgers here. Like, to me, this is the one game where I have no problem taking the favorite. I like Houston. I like the defense. This is a defense that pretty much destroyed Josh Allen. This is Aaron Rodgers now. So destroyed Justin Herbert for a quarter and a half. Sorry, man. This offense is pretty much made for the Houston defense to destroy. They can't get up the field fast. I guess DK Metcalf is coming back, but DK Metcalf is the only thing they really have. I do like the running backs. I do like what Gainwell and Warren has given Aaron Rodgers, but that's all dump offs and missed tackles and please have like a yak attack. Houston don't let that. They don't let plays like that. They're sure tacklers. They close all the holes. They play fast, side on the sideline. So to me, I'm expecting a blow. This is my blowout of the wild card weekend. Give me Houston right here.
All right, Dan, who you got?
Yeah, I'll take the Texans too. I haven't been very impressed with what I've seen out of the Steelers, so I'll take the Texans too.
Vic?
Yeah, I'm with Pedro Ramirez here. He says, "Give me the Texans money line," and I'm with you. Like, this. And Gilbert brought up a great point there with the quarterbacks. And I get DK is coming back, but they've destroyed Mahomes, Herbert, Allen, like any of the top quarterbacks. Imagine what they're gonna do to Rodgers here. Like I hope there's an ambulance there because man, like they might destroy Aaron Rodgers in this game,
especially because he can't move as well.
Yeah, and like. He's going to have to get rid of the ball. Like Arthur Smith is going to have some kind of game plan where he's getting rid of the ball quick because those two edge rushers are just going to pin their ears and go after him. I still want to see what the offense can do for the Texans. Jaden Higgins has really stepped up the last few weeks. Gilbert was talking about him early on in the season. And now like all those Iowa State receivers are really balling. Even Noel, who was on, who Gilbert interviewed, he's been good in the return game. So if you can see more explosives from CJ Stroud, I think this might be the game where this is the one I can see being a blowout. There's another game that I think will be a blowout, but this is one of them here with the Texans and the Steelers.
I'm gonna go Texans as well. There's no way. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. No, never mind. No, I'm never even gonna throw it. I'll tell you one thing. I haven't been as impressed watching them live. I wasn't as impressed with the Texans defense as I had been. I was watching them and I'm kind of like, they have lulls. Like on the road, they don't play as well as they do at home. At home, I feel like they feed off of the crowd. Like when I watched them against the Chargers, I was kind of like, okay, like they're not, I mean, I'm not taking anything away like from those guys, but I thought the secondary, Herbert at one point was kind of figuring out how to move the ball on them. The only thing is they couldn't score. That's the impressive part.
And they couldn't protect them.
No, yeah, but I think Houston's offense is going to be there. Everybody has an Achilles heel, and I think it's the offense for Houston. I think their defense is excellent. Obviously, top 5, top 3 defense. But I think their offense is their Achilles heel. But I'll still go with the Texans. Let us go real quick. I'm guessing everybody in here is going Rams over the Panthers.
Yeah. No, they're Hilberto's Panthers.
Yeah, no, give me the Rams, but I do worry about the -10 there. They have to win by 10 points to make money on that, and I don't know.
When they've been right, Gilbert, when they've been big what is it? Not big
favorites?
Big favorites. They haven't been good.
Well, the last time they were in Carolina, they were favored by 10.5 points, and they lost. So this is a game I wouldn't bet on, but no way in hell I'm betting on Carolina. So I'll definitely.
They're 10 again. They're at 10 again.
Yep, they're -10.
All right. Last game of the wild card weekend. Gilbert, Chargers or Patriots?
This is a game where I do like the points. I think I saw the Chargers or
3.5.
minus or plus 4.5. That's a lot of points. That's actually disrespectful to Dan's team here. Or they're plus 3.5.
I love being doubted.
They're getting more than a field goal here. I will
People
actually
think that Bill Belichick is on
I
that
know.
sideline and that
Yeah,
Tom
for
Brady's
We
running
brought
out of
that up a
tournament.
few weeks ago.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's crazy the way people have are really. But go ahead.
I honestly think it's the Mike Bravo effect. He has a lot of respect, but like people forget that this is still a young team. Drake May's first playoff game. You have to face a confusing defense like Jesse Minters, and we brought it up yesterday where they haven't faced a good defense. So, with that said, I'm gonna go take the Patriots to win, but I will take the Chargers for the points. I think it's gonna be a close game.
Fuck your points. I don't even know what that means.
Come on, it's a moral victory. I'll take the point. It's gonna be
Moral victory, your
It'll be a
sister's
field
ass.
goal
Dude.
game, and you get the hook there for the Chargers to cover. That's a win in
Kiss
my
my
book.
ass.
But the Patriots are going to win the game outright. They just have a more balanced team. I know they don't have a lot of edge rushers on that team, but I do worry about the O line. They got a good running back committee there. Stephon Diggs, is he going to play? I forgot. He does not like personal chefs apparently. But he's been a good wide receiver when he's available. Old friend Hunter Henry has been solid. To me, I just like the balance of that team. I don't know about Milton Williams playing. He's a good defensive tackle, but if he plays,
he played against the Dolphins.
Okay, so he's back, and you got Christian Gonzalez, and you got a good coach in Bravo, so he's going to add toughness. So to me, I'm sorry, I'm taking the Patriots.
Vic,
that's crazy.
I'm glad Gilbert took them because I'm gonna go the other way here. I like the Chargers and the points. Give me the points here, and I think the biggest thing for me is the fact that the Patriots haven't played a good defense at all this year, and I wonder what Jesse Minter is going to do to this offense. I don't know where the playmakers are. Like I get Booty is good. I get some of the other receivers, and Hunter Henry is there.
Pretty good.
Yeah. Kyle
Kyle?
Williams, the rookie.
No, I know.
Yeah, and I get it. And then defensively, for the Patriots, I don't. How are you going to stop Justin Herbert? Like I understand that Justin Herbert doesn't have a good offensive line, but like one of the things that I know a lot of people don't know is number one, Herbert was the best quarterback on third down and Keenan Allen led the league in third down receptions this year. Like not a lot of people are bringing that up. And so I'm going with the Chargers. I'm going with a better quarterback with a better coach. Like if you're telling me which combination of quarterback and coach is better in this matchup, I'm going to take Harbaugh and Herbert over Bravo and May.
It's not like that's easy, Vic. Drake May was the second best quarterback in the league, and you have Mike Bravo as a coach, but I get it.
I mean, okay, now we're getting into the whole. I have issues with May's numbers this year,
Wow.
and when your winning percentage against your common opponents it's 390. That is not good. Like you're just like it's just bad. It's just bad. And I get May took the next step this year. Like there's even now people saying like I take May over all those other quarterbacks, and I'm like, it's just one season, guys. Like and he didn't face anybody. I'm sorry. Like he beat the Bills one time, and that was it. And then we're supposed to take that as he's the MVP, but hey,
I
blew the lead.
To me, it's Matthew Stafford, to be honest. But
same.
All right, I will go next, and then we'll finish off with with Dan. Look, I was trying to talk myself out of it, but I am gonna go Chargers as well. If the reason why is because you need this, they need this victory more than the Patriots do. Like. They started training camp on July 10th. Nobody else started their training camp until July 21st. You started 11 days before. Jim wanted the rigor. Jim wanted them to grind it out. He had long practices. So what's that all been for if it's another first round exit? They need this game. They need it really bad. Jim needs to show these guys that, hey, this is why we kill ourselves during training camp. He had an extra day of mini camp. Minicamp was over on a Thursday. He still had them practice that Monday. So you need a victory this weekend to show that, hey, we're building something. We're getting better. And I really want to see Broncos versus Chargers 3.0. I want to see what that's like because now there's a video of Patrick Surtain being asked by a fan, hey, who do you think is hard to cover on the Chargers? He goes, nobody. They're all trash or something like that. And now I'm interested. Now,
Him
okay,
saying that
Gilbert.
is fair. He's the best
Yeah.
corner in the league.
Whoa. QJ's there. What are we talking about?
What?
Okay.
Okay.
It's not like you have freaking.
No, I know.
There's
No,
no,
yeah,
on that
I
roster.
get it, but like, I truly believe that they need this victory. I think Jesse Minter is going to confuse Drake May, and I think I think the Chargers get out of here with a victory, and then they set up a date with Denver so that Gilbert next week has to go to Chargers on
I
on
would definitely make a trip for that.
Wednesday or Thursday.
League game.
So
Be- be-
so I what's up? Sorry.
No, I was just gonna say before we go to Dan, and I'm waiting to hear from Dan here, but can I ask you guys, like, in terms of physicality, what's the most physical team the Patriots face this year? Because this is going to be their toughest test in terms of physicality. Like the Chargers are going to lay the wood on them on both sides of the football.
Tony's going out there smacking guys. Like
Yeah.
these guys are
My
smacking
dog.
guys around. It's been that Eagles game. I think that Eagles game turned everything around for the Chargers defense. Like I think they really saw that game and they're like, dude, we're getting him to turn the ball over. They've had multiple quarterbacks turn the ball over. They've been getting picks. They're not allowing touchdowns. So I agree with you, Victor. They haven't really faced
being coached by Mike Brable. I think toughness is going to be okay for this.
He
team.
doesn't have Derrick Henry. He doesn't have what? Name me. Okay, besides Christian
Stephon
Gonzalez,
Diggs?
name me another guy on there that's like, okay, be careful with that guy.
I get the whole
Barmore.
cupcake schedule thing. Like they went into Buffalo and beat Buffalo.
Robert
They had a
Quinn.
10-point deficit
September.
against Baltimore in Baltimore, and they won the freaking
Without
game.
Lamar
Like,
Jackson.
okay, I get it, but this team has been tested a few times. They have a tough coach at Mike Brable. Yes, there's no Derrick Henry. I get that. And Derrick Henry did not get the ball in the fourth quarter of that Baltimore game. But, try defending Trevion Henderson. They still have a thumper and Ramondre Stevenson. They have a good O-line. I don't know about, is Will Campbell coming back? That'd be a big test, by the way, if he's not there.
Will Campbell, I think he came back.
Yeah, for Denver, I
Did
thought.
he start
No?
for the Dolphins game? No, right? I don't. I
Or
think
Dolphins.
might be-
But if he's back, that's also a big booster. So you guys are underestimating the balance of this team, where the Chargers have some pretty big holes in some areas, and their quarterback, I get, is inexperienced, but the other one hasn't won a playoff game. I'm just gonna
Okay,
Here
name
we
me
go.
name
Put it
me
out
some
there.
weaknesses.
He has pressure too.
They have
Here we
the Patriots
go.
have a lot of weaknesses too.
I get it, but when you have a Christian Gonzalez on your side, you have a Milton Williams on your side. They have playmakers that pretty spread out.
Yeah,
To
and
me,
I'm
it's-
with you, Gilbert. But have they been punched in the mouth this season?
I
Like, can
just
you
mentioned it twice.
legitimately
In
tell me, like,
Buffalo,
oh shit, like,
against Baltimore, and they beat the Buccaneers when they were still good, and they were just not giving this team any credit. I get the cupcake schedule, but that's 3 games right there where I'm like, I've seen enough here to know they could win a playoff game. I'm not saying they're going to win the Super Bowl, but to me, I'm more worried about the road team with the quarterback in one hand and then a decimated O-line.
That one hand to me is bullshit. He's been playing.
You know
well
why it's
with-
only one
like-
hand? It's reserved for somebody. So
And
just
then
relax.
you have Gonzalez who's going to shut down your number 1 wide receiver. Who is that exactly? Like, to me, like, I don't know. It's just
Exactly.
not.
We don't
Who's the
even
number
know.
one- Who's the number 1 wide receiver on the Bills?
Patriots.
On the Patriots.
it's
No, on the
booty.
Bills.
Yeah, but
Oh.
you don't- on the Bills.
Oh.
Well, I don't get the question now, but yeah, I
Hey,
don't know.
Will,
Is it
hey,
Who's the
Khalil
number 1
Shakur?
wide receiver on the Bills?
Gabe Davis.
Khalil Shakur? I don't know.
That's what I'm saying. And the Bills beat, like, there's no, like, number 1 wide receiver thing is starting to kind of go down a little bit. If we're really looking at it, it's just guys going in and out. I think that number 1 wide receiver, look at the number 1 wide receivers. Justin Jefferson's at home. Jamar Chase is at home. Like,
Yeah, but this quarterback has
everybody contributes
this
on
quarterback
this
is not
Chargers
Drake
team.
May. Like I saw that Baltimore game. Do you guys remember the pass he threw to Kyle Williams to get back in the game? I get the whole Derrick Henry thing took away from the Patriots victory, but he got them back in that game. The Buffalo game, they had a game-winning drive
Yeah,
from Drake May.
this is a great point by GML. The most physical team they played was the Steelers, and remember the Steelers turned them over 5 times in that game. Remember that, Gilbert. And then the other thing too was
How do you look at that
Ramon
game? Victor? Don't
Stevenson
go
fumbling
for
the ball.
Tampa
I'm
Bay
just
game,
gonna
the
leave it
Buffalo game,
there.
the Baltimore. I give you 3 compared to 1, but we're just over here saying
I want to
that game.
get Dan's thoughts here. Sorry, I know we keep.
No, it's okay. I like
Oh, yeah,
seeing
I
you
forgot
guys
about you.
bicker. That way it's not just me. But, I understand what you're saying, Gilberto, but, like, the biggest thing is, again, in my
They
opinion,
sacked Drake May 4 times. Baltimore did.
we have a championship level defense, in my opinion. I think this is a Super Bowl winning defense. The biggest problem is going to be, can you spread the ball out? Can you get the ball out quick? Can you be in the run game? Can you run the ball effectively? I totally understand in the sense of what you're saying, that they're a more complete team. Yeah, they had a lot more money to spend in the offseason and things like that. And they, maybe had a few core players, whereas we don't. Our core players are 5 offensive linemen. 2 of them got hurt. The 3 that were starters aren't very good. So that's a problem right there. But I would take your comparison and here we go. I would take your comparison and put it to the Eagle game. Like, the fact that they were able to beat the Eagles, that defensive front is absolutely the thing of nightmares. Like, I think it rivals the Steel Curtain. And the fact that they were able, mind you, Jalen Carter was out that game and everything else, and I understand that, fine. But the fact that Greg Roman was sober enough to call enough good plays to score those points field goal wise, I think speaks volumes. And on top of that, if you look at the way our defense played that game, because I'll tell you one thing, I'll raise you 1 for 1. You don't really know a lot of these players on defense besides Joey Bosa, or sorry, that's a throwback, besides Khalil Mack and Derwin James. You really don't know, like, all these players are players they've either drafted or retreads they fitted in, or things of that nature, but they're just playing well together. Excuse me, sir. My point's not done.
We just saw this
my
team
point's
give
not
up
done.
2 touchdowns to Houston on the first quarter. We saw them get carved up by Jackson.
Are you
Dart.
serious?
They got carved up
Are
by
you
Jaden Daniels and the Commanders at home.
You want to talk about
they're not
early
a
in the
perfect
season?
defense.
That's early in the season. Listen to what I'm telling
the
you.
Steelers game against the Patriots was in week 3, but we're gonna count that one. Like,
okay, but I didn't say that, did I? Jackass. Listen to what I'm telling you. When you look at that, let's just look at the Houston game then. Fine, let's look at the Houston game. The Houston game, they gave up 14 points early. What did they do after that? They scored 6 points. The problem is, if this offense wasn't so ass, they would have won that game despite being down 14 early. The problem is, you have a guy up there who doesn't know his personnel, who has guys in there who clearly either hate their quarterback because their wives are fat and ugly and they want to punish them or something. I don't know. They're jealous and they just let guys through. How are you going to tell me that Justin Herbert, I don't care about the MVP, but how he's not talked about as one of the greatest quarterbacks is insane to me. When he has guys who can't even block the A-gap, the shortest route to the quarterback.
Dan, like, I don't get how you trust his O-line to just overcome.
Have you not seen the way Herbert's been playing out of his mind? That's what I trust.
Yeah, and I saw him lose to Houston. Like, even though he was playing out of his mind.
You did not watch that game, liar. You
probably
box score.
Hey, when I saw the first quarter and this so-called championship caliber defense gave up 2 long touchdowns to the Houston Texans of all team.
But that's again what you're not understanding. It was 2 touchdowns early. They clamped down for basically almost 4 quarters. I think both of those happened like within 5 minutes of the first quarter.
Do not give up touchdowns like that. Like, that was just a lapse in communication.
Okay, but you're ignoring everything else is what I'm getting at. Like, the problem is not the defense.
Being this like all-world defense, though, when I saw them like at least 6 times not be good.
The problem is not the defense. The problem is not the defense. Yes. It's the offense. And in my opinion, the kicking game also. Oh, that was the other thing. If it wasn't for that dipshit believing his hype of Dicker the kicker and Walter Payton Man of the Year and all this other shit, we would have tied that game. We would have been in overtime. But again, you don't like to think about these things. You just like shitting on my quarterback. I don't know why. I don't understand it. I get in your. What are you talking about? What ifs? It's a fact. It's a fact.
Get the hell out of here.
What are you talking about? This guy makes 95% of his kicks in the one game we need to win.
I get it. You're very confident in your team. Everybody in the comments in the Chargers.
If we're going to go off of, Jackson Dart carved him up. Geno Smith carved up the Patriots.
Oh, yeah, I get it. But one team also is at home, and one team won 14 games, and one's a 7 seed for a reason because their O-line can't protect.
Okay, but you're not.
I just don't understand the confidence here in this Chargers team where we've seen them.
What else?
It's not confidence. It's just that we're talking about who's going to win this game. I trust more the Jim Harbaugh stuff. Like, what's Mike Vrabel done as a head coach that has impressed you?
He beat the Patriots with Tom Brady. He's gone to that. He went to the AFC title game.
I wouldn't go that route, but yeah. Oh, yeah. But either way, no. I'm agreeing with you, dumbass. If you'd listen, but listen, on Sunday, again, it's like they said, it's not Bill Belichick, it's not Tom Brady. I understand they're a very good team. I understand they have weapons. But again, when you see what this defense has done in the past couple weeks, they're playing at an elite level. I don't care what anyone tells me.
They didn't. You're just a homer with glasses on. When they
a homer? A homer?
CJ Stroud had 2 touchdowns in the first quarter. How is that like playing elite defense?
How the fuck are you still wrapped up on that? That was 2 touchdowns early in the game.
That was week 17, Dan. Week 17.
They held them to 6 points after that. That's what you're failing to understand.
That was technically their last game of the season because the Stars ain't even playing week 18. So don't give me this crap about recently when they lost their final game of the regular season.
What are you talking about? They held their starting Bronco number 1 seed because you want to talk about wins. What did they win? 14 games?
That was
they only scored
backup.
13 points.
Don't say things like recently when that was their last game of the season.
Dude, they were playing against our backup defense and they only scored field goals. What are you talking about?
Okay.
What are you talking about?
Who say we for their point is trying to tell me that this is the reason why they're going to win their games here.
Now you're an asshole. Fuck you for saying that.
Okay.
Fuck you.
You want to call me a dumbass and tell me I don't know shit, but you're saying here things like recently.
When did I say you don't know shit? I didn't say that.
Okay, whatever. This has gone on too long. Let's see who will win this game here.
You're starting to buy into that hype. You're starting to buy into that hype, and that's fine.
What
Hate on my team. But I don't know where you're getting all this. I said you don't know shit. I've never said that. If you would listen, I defended you against Fernando when he said, what has Mike Vrabel done as a head coach that's impressive? I defended you, but you don't listen. So that's okay. You're in your national media group chats, echo chambers, and now like all of a sudden everyone's attacking you. So why don't you go tell your buddies to go out on Twitter and defend you also? Because if clearly you're not listening to what I'm telling you. What I'm telling you is this. The defense is good, no matter if you want to believe it or not, that's fine. I think they'll match up well. I think they'll be fine. The defensive front has been physical. The DBs have been physical. Linebackers with Perriman with 2 weeks off, I hope is going to be really lethal. The problem is, I'm telling you, is the offense. So if the offense, in my opinion, scores 17 to 20 points, I think they win the game. That's just my opinion. You don't have to believe it.
Shut down a good quarterback in Drake May and all the weapons that they have there. Trayvon Henderson, Stephon is playing well.
You cheerlead CJ Stroud again. They scored 6 points after those 2 touchdowns. Those 2 defensive lapses, which again, I agreed were defensive lapses, but you're trying to ignore the fact that they were on the field probably 2 times more than the offense because this dipshit can't stay ahead of the chains because he wants to call reverses and all this other crap and put players in there who are not good. So, again, that's impressive in my opinion. You might not think it is. That's okay. But that's impressive. The fact that they held out and they're on the field longer.
You play like a high school team in the first quarter. Like, those are not NFL, like, common mistakes.
Like, you're
that. You're the freaking coach here. You know those are not common mistakes to make.
It is a mistake in the sense of they read the wrong thing. They knew how to take advantage of their rules. That's called scheming. Scheming. They knew how to beat their coverage. It happens.
And the whole point is, I know we're harp up on that Houston game, but this is
you love Houston.
But
Houston's your guy.
They're not Houston defense. They're not even the Denver defense. They're not Philadelphia defense. They're a defense that you can score points on, and we're over here acting like Drake May is not going to score points. And then if they do score points here, can Justin Herbert's offense keep up?
Bro, whoever said they're not going to score points, for fuck's sake, you're going in circles. Listen to what I'm telling you.
I get I'm hurting people's feelings here because everybody wants to root for the Chargers here.
Okay. Facts don't care about your feelings. All right, you got me.
I'm just going to keep it real here. I'm not wearing a Chargers hat. I'm not a Chargers homer. I don't care about this team, whoever the hell wins. I'm just telling you what my pick is. Is that okay?
Yeah,
I told you it was fine, but you're failing to understand again what the defense has done these past couple weeks is impressive. I know you get excited about Houston, but again, you're not looking at the full game. You're looking at the box score. That's what you don't get. Don't look at the box score.
Dan, to know that teams go maybe months without doing what they did in that first quarter.
So what are you saying? They're going to get blown out in New England?
I'm not saying that. I'm not here to talk up this defense when I've seen laps after laps throughout the season. They don't play perfectly for long stretches.
Why don't you tell me who's the number 1 receiver on the Philadelphia Eagles?
AJ Brown, Devontae Smith. I don't know. Pick one.
So why don't you tell me who's the number one rush threat on the Eagles?
I did not say they have
So
bad games all the time.
all of a sudden, we don't want to talk about that, right? Because Houston.
How do you forget what you saw against Washington from all teams? You saw against New York.
Dude, are you like again? It's just the dumbest.
I've gone here for 30 minutes, Dan, and you're just pretending like Jacksonville never happened. Like, come on.
The week before a bye week, these guys were thinking about Cabo.
Now I'm gonna fucking leave because you're fucking delusional. The Jacksonville Jaguars destroyed this fucking defense. Can we stop? Jesus,
again, listen. What did they do
All
after
right.
that, though? How did they respond?
Like,
how did they
you're
respond?
pretending like nothing happened this season. This is a perfect defense. This is not 3-0 Chargers defense, Dan. Like, I hate to break it to you.
I'm not being delusional, but whatever. We can move on.
You play Jacksonville. You're fucking shit in your pants here.
I'm not worried. I don't worry about these things.
Okay.
At the end of the day, I don't control it.
We were trying to play Houston last year, and you get Houston, and they fucking sucked.
Yeah.
Like what? All right, go ahead.
Again, even in that Houston game, they didn't score many points. It was the offense's problem.
You wanted Houston. You were crying for Houston. You got them. You got your butts whooped.
Hey, again, that's where you have your head up your ass. I was never crying or wanting Houston. That was the shit you guys were pushing all over TV. So don't put that one on me. That's not true at all.
All right, let's go. But I don't know. I got into.
Do you have anything?
I was just gonna say I'm kind of surprised you guys forgot about the Cowboys game because that offense for the Cowboys was rolling at that point, and I thought the Chargers defense played pretty good against that offense. But hey, I mean, we'll find out what happens.
Jacksonville and Dallas are two different things, but I get it.
Oh, here we go. Here we go.
Chargers had their moments. I'm not here, but for whatever reason, I'm getting crapped on for saying they're not that good of a defense.
No, and like I'm surprised you guys are having this heat of a moment just because like it's two different perspectives here, and I get it. Like I'm really surprised, Gilbert, that you like this Patriots defense. I mean, Patriots a team that much. I mean, I haven't seen anything that has been impressive about them.
Like people like over here trying to attack me like I haven't watched football when I clearly.
Who's attacking you?
Nobody's attacking you. I'm just surprised that you actually like this Patriots team because I have like I'm being honest. I have not seen
Dan here was losing his mind and had a freaking shout at me like he had pretty much like rag me like a rag doll saying, "Look what you're talking about. What are you saying?" I'm like, am I like speaking Chinese or like what is going? Like I don't get it.
I love how he hesitated when he said that.
I know. It's a difference of opinion. Gilberto, before we sign off, you're very good at your job. You watch a lot of football. Is that better?
No, it's fine. But like at one point, like
I've never once insulted you, your intelligence, or anything like that. If I said, "What are you talking
3 times?"
about?
What are you talking about?
Those are just words. They don't mean anything. Okay.
No, to me is you lost your shit. You screamed at me, and I was like, "Oh,
no."
Okay,
I just get passionate. I get excited.
Okay.
I get
Whatever.
excited.
Can we make our Super Bowl picks here before?
Yes.
Wait. Okay.
Yeah. All right.
Okay.
Jesus
go ahead,
Christ.
Gilbert.
Hold on. Let me set you up. Who's gonna go first?
I don't care. I'll go first.
No, let Dan go because he's gonna get mad at my pick regardless. So
That's
so
okay.
pick
That's
the
okay.
Chargers, and I get it.
There you go. That way I can play into the Homer card he wants to put me in. So that's fine. Put me in there. Chargers, Packers, cheese eating bastard. There you go.
Vic.
I'm gonna change it up here. I had Packers, Texans. I'm gonna change it up to Seahawks and Texans.
I think I went Bills and Eagles. I don't know why. I still, part of me still thinks that the Bills are going to make it. I think it's going to be a tough road. Eagles, I just don't see how anybody on the NFC side can beat them. So I will go, Eagles. I think the Eagles still have a lot to prove. I'm wondering how they're going to be able to run the ball because I have not thought that they have run the ball particularly well. So, I will go with the Eagles. Gilbert.
Houston beats the Eagles.
Oh, you have them winning.
Yes.
Oh, if they win the Super Bowl, I'll get you dinner on that one.
This is what I do. I don't just hide my picks here. Houston beats the Eagles.
You know, it's funny. I think people would be mad at that Super Bowl. because it's gonna be like that. It's gonna be like that Super Bowl where the Patriots and the Rams, like it's gonna be a very, very low scoring game. It's gonna be a slap.
They're gonna change the
around.
rules.
Yeah, they're gonna do something weird with that game, but yeah, Houston Eagles. All right, cool. Definitely. All right, let us. We will be back. When are you guys recording this week?
Tomorrow.
Okay, so you guys are recording tomorrow. We probably won't go until Friday. So for tomorrow, Rams, Panthers preview, and then Friday, Chargers, Patriots preview. Thank you guys so much for jumping on and joining us. We appreciate everybody who jumped on. Thank you to everybody who commented. We definitely appreciate it. We will be back next week. I don't know if we're gonna do. Are we doing a Lunas live next week, or like what do you kind of thinking about the schedule for next week?
There's a Monday night game, so yeah. But let's hurry the fuck up.
Okay. All right. Thank you guys so much. Let's get out of here. See you guys later. Have a nice